In parallel to the manned flight testing this year, we are working on certification plan for the 2023 model, which is a target for the first certified vehicle. There are lots of learning that's occurring during the manned flight testing this year. We will take that learning and also mix it with more standard aerospace development practices. So the idea is to take some of the configuration, but we'll be looking in more detail at the architecture, at the redundancy, and as well as safety, seeing where the opportunities lie for increasing the performance of the 2023 model. So with the batteries, we're using lithium-ion batteries at the moment, but working closely with partners inside Japan and outside Japan at the battery roadmap and landscape and how the technology is developing, and really being ready to integrate, whether it's lithium sulfur, solid state batteries, or maybe a revolution in battery technology. We want to ensure that we are very nimble, agile to be able to integrate these new technologies. So battery is key, and not just performance, also the safety, the fire safety, crash worthiness of the batteries. So that's a big consideration. On the motor side, we have sort of towards 30 kilowatt motors. And same thing again, where we're looking at where the improvements can be made there, certainly with the cooling and the integration with the inverter, the speed controller, and working with partners to say, hey, look, there's going to be a market here, so let's really push this technology forward for this particular size. So the end goal for this type of vehicle is to be fully or close to fully autonomous, but we're looking. This will take a long time. It will be close to 10 years before that technology is ready, and we have the flight test hours to give the regulation bodies. But certainly in the short term, one of the key points to SkyDrive is to make this vehicle fun for the customer. So we would like some level of interaction and a blend between automation and pilot control. So the pilot can actually be the passenger and the pilot and do some flying themselves, which would obviously require a level of training, and we're working on training packages and deciding what type of training would be required. And we have a test pilot, ex-military test pilot, that's helping us develop those human factors. So the cockpit itself, I'm very sure it won't be helicopter control, so it's interesting. Justin's talk yesterday about unified flight control, it would be something close to that. It would be kind of coming almost from the drone angle, and I think 2 side sticks for yaw control and pitch and attitude. There certainly is a grand vision in terms of how this technology can be utilized within Japan. So I think certainly for the short term, there's lots of work going on in Fukushima at the robot test field, integrating. Initially looking at small UAS systems and how they can benefit the population. And then as we develop the technology and the certification, looking at the heavier drone cargo, which is a SkyDrive product, and the 2-seater manned vehicle, but also seeing what other opportunities there are with maybe 4 or 5-seater vehicles. So I can't really comment as to where people in Japan are discussing, but I'm sure you're aware that Bell Helicopters, Yamamoto, they have relationships, and so I think that there certainly is a grand division, and it's just identifying which of those areas really Japan can excel in and gain a competitive advantage on the global stage. Japan has an excellent medevac community, and we're working closely with Dr. Helicopter, his name in Japan, and he's helping us define some requirements for practically what is needed from this vehicle in terms of range, payload, what type of payload, loading, this type of vehicle. So we're for sure looking at the medevac, maybe some search and rescue, because these are immediate use cases that I think will bring lots of value and maybe easier public acceptance. I'm the only person outside Japan, so I'm really helping the SkyDrive team sort of look globally, get the word out there on a global stage, work with global partners and also other regulators, because this is an international problem at the moment, how to develop these regulations. So we've had discussions with the FAA, EASA, and other bodies globally. And then the supply base maybe won't be 100% in Japan, so discussing with other suppliers, and lots of R&D challenges, so maybe some opportunities there for collaboration between Japanese and global universities. So it's very exciting to be part of the community, and it's great that VFS is bringing everybody together, and I think this will really accelerate and increase the knowledge share and benefit everybody.